Guys, Deluded Gunner, I'm back again. YouTube's N'Golo Kante, YouTube's Lionel Messi. The reason why you watch me is because I'm the best at this, man. I bring out several sick material, man. You know these big folk and these other YouTubers are just shouting and ranting and they ain't got sauce like me. But yeah, Q&A, got them printed. Again, the light doesn't want me to want you to see what I've printed off. But thank you for the questions. If I've missed it out, I apologize. Arsenal finally won away from home. I've been trying to nurse my leg after getting injured playing on Sunday. So yeah, man, forgive me. But it means a lot for you to ask me these questions. So let's get into it. Wow, you've asked a lot of questions. Shout out to LL Benif or II Benif. I really made a hash of that. Forgive me, man, but I rate the questions. Let's get into it first. He's got quite a few. Do you rate Carly Masunda as a player, and do you think he deserves more chances at Chelsea? I rate him a lot, man. I rate him a lot. You saw what he was doing for youth leagues and things like that. He's a very good player, technically amazing. On the basis that he was recalled last year, and he wasn't let on loan in January, and Conte kept him around the squad, and he is a technically good player, and Conte always complains about not having the squad. I believe he does get he should get chances on top of being a damn right good footballer and doing all he can. He does deserve chances, but it's hard. You'd think he'd play in the 10. Hazard's kind of got the luxury of the 10, even though it's not an official 10. He's got basically is the creative player. Him or Cesc, they're the two creative players. Neither are necessarily good defensively. They both have to defend, but neither want to defend. So you can't really have too many people like that in the side. That's probably why Masonda hasn't got chances. I don't know. I don't agree with it. I'm just trying to answer your question, to be honest with you. That's probably why. If we look at Cesc Fàbregas, he's been playing. You saw the first year, Jose built the side around him and he was making a difference. Why did he build the side around him, you have to ask. The same way why Wenger did when he was here is because Cesc is essentially a 10. He doesn't want to defend. He doesn't have a defensive bone in his body. Chelsea, he has to do it because he has no choice, or he's going to not be in the side. And he's in a good position in the sense that I personally think Conte likes more robust central midfielders, the more Vidal types, the Roma guy, Nicola Logan or something like that. Them box to box, dynamic, robust, even Bakayoko to a degree. That's what he prefers, so that goes against Cesc. But what Cesc has is none of them Chelsea players can pick out an eye of a needle pass like him or split a defence like him. That's the only reason he probably plays. If they can find someone who's box to box with decent creativity, then I don't think them sort of play. So if we use that same logic to Masonda, it's a bit hard. I've heard he's training in central midfield as well as a wing back role, so he's trying to do his best to play. So God loves a try, so you got to keep trying, I guess. Hopefully it works out for him, man. So yeah. Next question. If you were a professional footballer and you only had one chance out of winning the Champions League or the World Cup, which one? The World Cup, pinnacle, the chance to write your name in folklore. Obviously, I'm of Jamaican and Bajan heritage. To do it for either of them countries would be amazing. To do it for England would be amazing. I mean, I'm a Londoner from North London. I mean, yeah, all I see surrounded by me is Chick King and stuff like that. So if I was to go and win the World Cup, that'd be amazing. A humble person that lives in London that would go and do something for the nation. You can't put a price on that. It's a chance to join Ronaldinho, R9, all these players that have lifted it before. I would say World Cup, but if it was any other cup, it's got to be champs, man. You guys know how much I love Champions League, man. Thoughts on Jadon Sancho to Dortmund? Quite a few thoughts. I rate the move, man. It came out of the blue. We were interested. A couple clubs were interested. I rate it. Came out of the blue, like I said. They've given him the 7th shot. They spent 8 million on him. He made his debut. Got 6 minutes today. Recalled him from the under-17s. They like to recruit young players and sell them, and young players and develop the squad. So he's at the right place. There's a clearer, because nothing's a guarantee, but there's clearly a clearer pathway for him at Dortmund. So I rate that, man. In regards to your second bit, do you think City will buy him back in the future? Maybe if he develops. City will always want the best players. Pep always wants the best players, so I suppose so. But I rate the move, man. I rate the move. I like the fact that he's put his own future in his own hands, in the sense that rather than wait till 2021 and think, okay, I'm not even getting a look in the side, let me move. He's done it at 17. When you look at Patrick Roberts, who moved from Fulham to City, he's another talented player. He's not getting a look in. There's several other players on loan. You've got Sane and Sterling and Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne. All these attacking players that can play on the flanks as well, that are in their peak. And Sane and Sterling are only getting better. Not only that, he's got Biram Diaz to fight with. So there's a lot of players. He's just simply one of many at City. And they'll keep buying players and things like that. So yeah, man, I rate him. If he was smart, personally, he should have kept his ass at Watford first. Because if he was at Watford, he'd be kicking on the first team door right now. So yeah, man, I hope that answers your question. You love your young players, innit? Last question from you. Looking at Kylian Mbappe's performances at PSG/overall, do you think that the alleged £123 million that Arsenal are alleged to have bidded would have been worth it? I personally think we were bidding things we know. We're bidding for stuff we know we're not gonna get. Like, you know, you're not gonna get it. Like, we probably shuffled it. I bet you Monaco probably said yeah, and Wenger said, oh, sorry, wrong number or some nonsense like that. It would have been worth it, man. It would have been worth it. Look at it. He's so cerebral. I like Kylian Mbappe, man. He's got it straight to the top. He's already got 8 or so Champions League goals. It would have definitely been worth it. And at Arsenal, we probably wouldn't be able to match his long-term ambition. So the P's would have been made, or we would have made our P's back. So yeah, I think it's worth it for PSG personally. Have they actually paid that, or is it a loan? I don't know. But yeah, hope that answers your question. At Jadon Sancho, it's ironic we're talking about the man. Do you think Chris Willock is regretting leaving? No, he made 2 free appearances. Wenger rated him highly from the ages of 16. You saw him play against Bournemouth. I like him. But no, he went with the Benfica side to the Emirates Cup. There's rumours he was impressing the Benfica coach. There's a clearer pathway at Benfica. He was just one of the many here. Obviously, he's seen his brother get chances. He might have thought, okay, if I stayed, I would have got chances. But he's bound to have known that his contract was running out for over a year, and he's thought about it. And for the last 18 months, he's actually been playing quite well. I would have thought a loan and things like that would have come into it because he does need to come up physically, but I don't think he will. He's also being allowed to develop away from all the nonsense, man. We know English players, they're all gassed because of their potential, and the same people that gas their potential, they don't even know what they're talking about. The same ones to kill them when they don't reach their potential and critique their every move. So I rate him. He's out of that to a degree. It doesn't mean he's necessarily going to hit the heights. You look at Ryan Gould, or I can't say his name, but the Scottish lad who went to Sporting, it hasn't worked out. But you got to take chances, man. So I hope that answers your question. At Tariq Amazing, thoughts on Renato Sanchez this season so far? He's been underwhelming, right? He's a player I rate quite highly, man. I like him, but he's been underwhelming. Obviously, it takes time to settle and all them things, and he wants to get in the Portugal side, but I can't see him getting in the Portugal side on current form personally. Hope that answers your question. I'm getting lost now. You got a second question. Why is Jordan Ibe forcing Jordan on his shirt? He ain't got the sauce like that. It's true. I don't know, man. I don't know. Probably just, maybe, I don't know, what. Maybe it's something personal. He doesn't feel that's his last name anymore. Maybe he just wants Jordan on it. I don't know, to be honest with you. But like you said, he ain't got the sauce like that. He really needs to improve. I remember when people were saying better than Sterling. That's some old nonsense. So yeah, man. At Beastly Jab 66, Beastlity Jab 66. Forgive me, bro. I made a hella mare of that. Should we consider buying Fekir in January, July? Yes. Where have you been? I know you watched the Ludoguna. You asked me questions. I'm hurt, bro. I've been saying this. You're seeing what he's doing. He's doing a madness. I would love him in January, but I can't see it. He wants to get in the World Cup. He's playing at Lyon. We'd have to move in Jan. I'll get to that. But yeah, he's playing at Lyon. It's hard to make these moves in January, and it's difficult, and it is a big risk. So I would say if I was him, stay put. But why I say we should, if we can. If he continues, you can forget about it before the World Cup or during the World Cup when all the big boys are interested. You can forget about it. Personally, if it's not him, I'll go for Morris in January because he's doing a Mazza and he wants to clearly leave. And it might not be a little cut price thing. They're definitely not going to get as much as he did when he was banging in mad form. But yeah, hope that answered your question. Is it a coincidence Gibbs is balling under a new manager? He's in a better defensive system. He's actually playing games. So yeah, you could say that, man. I wanted Gibbs to stay on the basis he's younger than Monreal. And eventually, we're going to need that backup at number 2. But Monreal been playing out of his skin, so Wenger knew what he was doing in that regard. So, yeah, man. I don't think it is a coincidence, but yeah. Should we build a team around Jack Wilshere? Yeah, if Ozil leaves, I mean, we might as well bring Cesc back cut price and have Wilshere and go prime Wenger ball 11, to be honest with you. I think you got to build a side around, it's got to a point we can't just build a side around one, you have to build it around many, like, let's assuming Ozil stays, build it around Wilshere, Ozil, and someone else in that midfield that can disrupt play, and then build it around Alexis. You got to build it around several players. You look at the several teams that Barcelona and Madrid had. Yeah, you can say it was built around Messi and Ronaldo, but if you look deeper, there were certain players that complemented other positions, sort of thing like that. If you get where I'm going. But I hope that answers your question. And with that, wraps up this Q&A. Q&A is back on Friday. Get in the comments with your questions. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to the big man, the father, Arsene Wenger as well. I didn't say it in my other vid. I'm upset. We know you need to go and call it a day, but the standards are here because of you. And I love Arsene Wenger. I got a lot of time for him. The Ludoguna, I'm out. Bow, bow.